Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my bookish world. I'm Alex, and today, I don't really know what I know what I'm gonna talk about, but yeah. So today that I'm posting this marks my fourth year on Booktube, my Booktube birthday, my Booktube anniversary, which is so exciting, and I want to say I am so incredibly grateful for this platform, for the people that I have connected with over the last 4 years. You all are incredible, and I am so lucky that I get to share my love of books and my love of writing with you. So yeah, I'm mostly just going to talk about my reading journey today, but I do want to say that, like, how much this means to me, basically. Well, I guess, okay, I'm going to get that at the end because I want to start with my reading journey, and that kind of touches on that. Anyway, so I've been a reader literally my entire life. My dad read to me when my mom was pregnant with me, probably one of the most depressing books on earth, which is probably why I am such a pessimist. But when I say, like, I feel like I was almost born to read, it's because of that. But not only that, my dad used to read to me when I was younger, before I could read, and it helped me learn how to read. And then when I finally learned how to read in, first grade, kindergarten, first grade, I would go around helping people in class and teaching them how to read and helping them with different words. I was like the star in my first grade classroom just doing that. And then throughout, like, all of elementary school, for me at least, I was a very good kid, so I didn't get in trouble very often. But when I did, it was literally just because I was reading constantly. Like, as soon as I finished an assignment, I would set my pencil down, and I would grab my book, and I would open it up. I always had a book on my desk ready for me to read, and I used to read like 100 books a year. That's throughout, like, all of school before I went into college, because I was just constantly reading, and it was something that I really, really loved. And, like, when I was in elementary school, I had a friend who I used to hang out with, and we played this, like, imaginary game that we were like the sisters and, like, Queens of England or something, and, like, that doesn't have to do with reading, but that does. Like, my imagination has always been so ready to just go different places. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about my writing journey yet because that's a different video, and that has probably more embarrassing things. But like I said, I've literally always been reading. In middle school, it was the same thing, probably a little bit less subdued, just because, you know, in middle school you're trying to be cool. Although I never truly, she's attacking her bone. Although I never, like, really wanted to be cool, I loved to read, and that was not something that I was going to give up just because of how people treated me in middle school. And then in high school, obviously, I was still a reader. I was in AP English classes. I was in honors English classes. Like, they had, like, Mark Twain things, and then whatever it is for high school. And so, like I said, I was always reading. Even when it got harder in high school, like, I was still reading like 100 books a year. My dad would take me to the library before I could drive. In middle school, he would pick out books for me, and he would read them to make sure that, like, they were appropriate for me. But then in high school, like, I was picking out the books that I wanted to read, and he would drive, and we would both pick up our books from the library together, and we would drop them off. And then by the time I was able to drive, you know, I was doing that every single day. Like, at least once or twice a week, I was going to the library to either pick something up or drop something off. So, I mean, the library has always been something that's super important to me, which has been amazing. And then, obviously, I will also talk about this in my writing journey because I think it has something to do with it there. My dad passed away in 2016, and, you know, he was a huge reader. He's the person that got me into reading. My mom does read, but she's not, like, she's more of a nonfiction reader, just because she reads more for her job. And my sister was a reader. She read the exiled books that we don't speak of, the books who shall not be named, when she was a kid, and she loved them, but she didn't really read anything besides that, so it was literally my dad. And like during high school, I think my sophomore year, I made a friend who was into a lot of the same books as I was, and we had that, and like that was around the time that I think after becoming friends with her, I started a Bookstagram account where I made like edits with quotes from different books. And then after that, in like 2016, it was during my junior year, it was like right after my dad died, we decided to make a blog where we reviewed books. And eventually and we had like a joint Instagram account where we posted about it, which neither one of those are existing anymore just because, you know, stuff happened. And then my senior year, when we, you know, people are changing, people are going different places. Senior year, we kind of grew apart, and so our friendship kind of ended. And it was around that time that I really started to feel alone because I didn't have anybody to talk about books with. She was really the only person in my life that talked about books with me the way that I wanted to talk about books with people. Like, she loved books just as much as I did. And so I think the summer before or something like that, I had discovered Booktube. So or maybe it was 2 years, I don't remember. A year or two before, I had discovered Booktube, and it was something that I watched occasionally, but I wasn't really into. But because I had a blog and because I had an Instagram account, which I took over from her, I started my YouTube channel. I uploaded my first video wearing this exact same shirt on July 22nd, 2017. And 4 years later, here I am. This channel has helped me through so much. It has made me feel like I am not alone in talking about books, which I am so grateful for. And not only that, but it's giving me people that I can talk to about books. And I get so many book recommendations from people, and there's so many books that I don't think I would have picked up if it wasn't for Booktube. And honestly, the opportunities that I'm sure that this is going to get me, since it has given me insight into what publishers or what people are reading and stuff like that as I want to go into publishing, is incredible. And I'm just really excited for the future ahead. You guys have been with me now through 4 years of college. And you guys have been with me literally, like, I started it like a month before I started college. And then now, here we are, like 2 months after I've graduated from college. So now the next adventure, I don't know what it is. I will let you know when I have an idea of what that next adventure is going to look like. Hopefully it involves a full-time job. If not, then I don't know, full-time job. The next on the agenda, hopefully, is a full-time job and moving out. And probably like decorating an apartment, maybe, or decorating like new bookshelves. So I'm really excited for all the adventures to come, and I'm so excited that I get to share them with you. Thank you guys for being incredible supporters of mine, and thank you so much for sticking around for the last 4 years. I am excited to have 4 more years. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow all my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.